Just a few days before Bob Northrop was attacked, his daughter spoke at a community task force meeting about the ongoing and dangerous problem of loose and rogue dogs in her Hawaiian Acres neighborhood. Shannon Matson says her father was originally from Connecticut, but as a construction worker, he helped to rebuild homes on Kauai after Hurricane Eva, then ended up on the Big Island. She says he was always bringing home stray animals. On Tuesday, she says he was walking to a friend's house when he was attacked by 4 dogs.
My dad's mentioned numerous times that walking in his neighborhood didn't feel very safe and that there were dogs that were frequently on the loose. And he adopted a few stray cats, and he said that one of his cats was killed by some of the neighborhood dogs. And I don't know if it's the same dogs or different dogs, but he was absolutely devastated at the loss of his cat recently, and it's just an ongoing problem.
The thing is, you know, we can have all kinds of laws that we want to have, but if there is no enforcement of those laws, and then consequently when the enforcement happens, no actual real prosecution that results.
The dog's owners were not home at the time of the attack, but later surrendered the animals along with a litter of 10 puppies to the county. Hawaii police identified the case as a Class B felony. The owners could face a $25,000 fine and up to 10 years in prison. Jolani Martinez, Hawaii News Now.
So that was the report of a very recent dog attack that happened in August 2nd, 2023. And these were multiple pit bulls that attacked this elderly man in Kau, Hawaii, and this is in the Big Island. So the name of the victim was Robert Northrop, 71 years old, killed by multiple large dogs in Kau, in a district in southern Hawaii County. As the report says in dogsbite.org, a source that I looked at for several years now, I quite trust. I invite you to do the same. Unfortunately, this is the outcome of this one of the most recent cases. Sure, there have been others between August 2nd and today that are either reported only locally or that have not made this website. But unfortunately, dog attacks are extremely common. Some of them, as this one, are fatal. So the details of this dog attack per the website are that a man in his 70s is dead after being attacked by multiple dogs in a subdivision of Kau, the southernmost and largest district of Hawaii County, on the island of Hawaii. On August 1st, at about 9 a.m., Kau police officers were dispatched to the 92-2000 block of Outrigger Drive in the Hawaiian Ocean View States subdivision after reports of an animal bite. Officers found a man lying unconscious on the roadway. A witness saw the dogs attacking the man and called 911. The victim was treated at the scene by emergency responders, but while being transported to the Kona Community Hospital, he succumbed to his injuries. He was then transported to Kau Hospital for the official pronouncement of death, states a release by the Hawaii Police Department. There is currently no evidence that the victim provoked this horrific attack. This incident is a senseless tragedy that could have been avoided, Hawaii Police Chief Van Moskowitz said in the release. Dogs' owners were not home at the time. However, they have been identified and contacted by the police. Investigators are looking into claims that the dogs have previously been reported as stray animals, states the release. The owners have surrendered all 4 dogs and a litter of 10 puppies to the Hawaii County Animal Control and Protection Agency. The victim's identity is being withheld until positive identification is made and the next of kin is contacted. This states the release. Of course, that name has been already released, as was detailed earlier. The statement continues, police are investigating the dog attack or the attack under the felony dog attack statute that was passed in Hawaii County in 2022. The law was devised after 3 elderly people, 2 men and 1 woman, were viciously attacked by multiple dogs in the Hawaiian Paradise Park subdivision in Puna in 2021. The female victim, 85 years old, Dolores Oskins, suffered critical injuries and died afterward. Investigators have classified the recent fatal dog attack as a Class B felony under the statute. Police are investigating this incident as a negligent failure to control a dangerous dog case. Hawaii County Code Section 4-4-32 was most recently revised in 2022 and makes it a felony crime if someone fails to take reasonable measures to prevent an unprovoked dog attack resulting in serious bodily injury or death. Investigators have classified the case as a Class B felony. Again, if convicted under this section, the dog owners could face up to $25,000 in fine, 10 years in prison, restitution, and/or humane destruction of the dogs involved. This is again a recent case and another example that reminds us that these dangerous dog owners are really, in most cases, not prepared, unable to control, to contain these animals. Again, these people are mostly like the rest of us. They need to go to work. They need to get out of their house, do groceries. They need to do their shopping. They need to leave these animals alone eventually during the day, perhaps during long periods in the day. So these dogs have a lot of opportunity, a lot of time to escape, to make an escape. Dogs have 1,000,001 ways to escape from a property. Most times these properties are not prepared, built. They don't have any kind of structures that would prevent that animal from digging their way out, pushing their way out, jumping over a fence or any kind of wall, jumping over any kind of door, opening doors, breaking either fences, walls, biting their way out of wooden structures. A lot of people just don't have the money, the time. They don't have the knowledge on how to keep these beasts, these animals, from escape. They just are ignorant on the potential danger these animals pose to the community, to people, especially to older people and younger kids. They are utterly in denial, many of them. Many of them don't even believe that their animals could pose danger, could become very aggressive, could be lethal. A lot of dog owners are so attached to their animals, to their pets, that they will protect them even after they attack other people. And even after they kill people, there are cases that these people stand between justice and these animals. They protect the animals, they hide them, they let them loose, they let them go many times. They give them away, they take them away before the authorities get to them. And this is after these animals cause damage, cause injury, and in some cases even death. I know myself personally of a case where an animal destroyed and killed other farm animals. A dog killed farm animals, and this dog was not euthanized. This dog was just kept alive and in a farm as if nothing had ever happened. This is after this animal brutally and savagely killed and ate part of, I believe it was a sheep and a goat, and this animal was just left alone like nothing ever happened. Likewise, these people often protect these animals before, during, and after an attack many times. I'm not going to say most of the time, but too many times. And again, people become attached to these animals regardless of their size, their breed, their attitude as far as their aggressiveness, etc. And they don't become educated and trained in how to care for that animal, the risks of having that animal, and the requirements of the animal, whether it's the requirements to keep it safe, keep it corralled, keep it away from other people, keep it secured. That is why legislations like the one they talked about in this case are necessary. Fines, where severe penalties, even jail time is required. Punish people that allow these animals to hurt other people, because a message needs to be sent to potential dog owners or current dog owners, dangerous dog owners especially, that they are in possession of a very lethal weapon, a very lethal animal that, again, could act out, lash out, could escape, could move around, could go on a hunt on its own. They can make their own mind. They are able to move. They're not trees or plants that stay in one spot. These animals could dig their way out, move around, run very fast, and they carry with them, built in, a very lethal set of teeth and a enormous, powerful jaw, like the case is for pit bulls or pit bull-like breeds. Not only those, but also Rottweilers, Dobermans, Huskies, hybrid dogs, or hybrid dogs that are hybrid with wolves. There are those dog breeds around. sadly enough and disturbingly enough. There's also a ton of German Shepherds out there. Many people have German Shepherds. It's one of the most popular dog breeds out there. The same as they are probably the most dangerous. The breed that has the most attacks under its breed, I believe, are German Shepherds. And, the people that own these animals, there are other breeds too that are quite aggressive that I have not mentioned. I believe also Saint Bernards are quite aggressive. Chow Chows are quite aggressive. And there's a few more. Bulldogs, I believe. American Bulldogs, which I believe are almost the same, or if not the same, as the Pit Bull. So these dogs' owners are solely responsible for what their dogs do. Once you become the owner, whether legally or just by having or possessing this animal, you become responsible for what the dog does, whether you are present or not, whether they escaped without your knowledge or not, whether they escaped because of a reason that you did not know about or did not expect. Doesn't matter. You are responsible for the injury, death, the killing, destruction that animal causes, and you need to be held accountable, whether it's through fine or jail time, prison time. It must be done, because what other way is there to control people's actions, these dog owners' actions? Legislation is another way, laws, but again, these laws are basically done to discourage people from owning these aggressive dogs and to put the strain on you, put the burden of responsibility on you if you do decide to own these dogs, and give you a very dire warning when something goes awry because of your ownership of these dogs. So awareness needs to be pushed. Awareness is very much not where it needs to be. Training, education needs to begin in schools for kids about these animals, the ownership and responsibilities, and the possible problems that owning these animals could bring, not to mention the injuries and death that they could cause. All these things, they need to be in the training and education of children, and not only children, but also young adults and people in general, older people included. There needs to be campaigns to educate people in communities, especially those communities where these types of dogs are popular. The lower income communities especially are very much fans of these pit bulls and pit bull breeds for some reason, maybe because of their lower cost. And these communities in the country, rural communities that also use a lot of these dogs for work, like huskies, like dog wolf hybrids, and German shepherds for protection, and Dobermans for quote unquote protection. These people need to be also informed, trained, educated on the potential dangers of these dogs. These dogs that people believe that they have for security, for safety, for protection. Let me tell you that these dogs are more likely to harm you, to attack you, to cause injury and even death to you or your loved ones than any one possible perpetrator or possible trespasser or possible attacker. That has been statistically proven over and over again. And it is by far more likely that you or your loved ones will get attacked, or your neighbors, friendly neighbors that you have nothing against, in most cases, that they will get attacked by your vicious and aggressive dogs. And these dogs, again, most likely are not well taken care of. They're not well trained. Their mental health especially has not been taken care of. They are probably disturbed, probably have mental problems and psychological problems. They have tons of stress. They most likely are anxious. And these dogs are not going to talk to you about it. They're not going to show it much, unless you know how to read and know about dog psychology, personality, etc. Most people just don't pay attention to that, don't have the time, resources, or knowledge. And these dogs go untreated. They go without any kind of care about these things, their health, their well-being. And they're going to be disturbed. They're going to act abnormal. And they're going to go back to their most basic and primal and aggressive behavior and instinct. Because that's what happens when animals are stressed out. They get aggressive and they go on a hunt when they are in groups, when they either escape in groups or they escape and then they find themselves with other dogs, other groups of dogs, they could go on a hunt, and likely they will go for young people. Too many young people are allowed to be outdoors and walk to and from school and walk to and from different places from house to house. So many times these dogs will find kids, young kids many times, and will attack them. Not only kids, but also older folks are vulnerable. Older folks are slower, weaker. Dogs instinctively know this, and they will go for them if they decide to go on a hunt. So we'll leave it at that, and sadly enough, this case is among the latest. Thank you very much, and let me know what you think about these dog owners. What should their punishment be for this type of crime or this type of incident where they leave the home and their dogs escape and hurt or kill someone? Thank you very much. Have a great day, and look forward to hearing from you.